Show, I'd like to welcome my first guest, Providence College Friars men's soccer head coach, Craig Stewart. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having us.
Speaking of news, the big news today, FIFA announcing 2026 is going to North America. All eyes are on the soccer world as it returns back to the U.S. in North America since the first time since 1994. What's the coach's perspective here? You live and breathe college soccer, but of course follow it on the international stage. How big is this?
Yeah, I think it's huge. I think at any level. I think it's fantastic for the country, for the game. Obviously everyone's excited about it already, which is big.
And so, were you surprised? I mean, it was us versus Morocco?
Yeah. I don't think you know what's going to happen, right? So I know the disappointment over not getting the bid for the next World Cup, but to have the opportunity to do it in 2026 is huge. I guess the hard part is waiting the 8 years until it gets here. So, but yeah, it's big.
So you're here, you're Providence College, keeping an eye on the U.S. men's national team. How do things look moving forward?
Yeah, I think this is now another opportunity to really a platform and an opportunity to showcase what they're about. Obviously, it's a massive disappointment not to be involved in tomorrow's World Cup, but I think the young players now coming through, and there's an opportunity there to really look forward to not only 2026, but the next World Cup and be ready for that one.
2026. So we're here. It's 2018. You're talking about players in their late teens, early mid-20s. I mean, there's a lot of youth out there that could potentially be, again, keeping their eye on the ball here.
Yeah, I think if I was a young 17, 18-year-old right now, you'd be looking at that thinking, yeah, that's a huge motivating factor there. And definitely some players that I know of will be in that prime around that time who you're already excited about seeing playing at that level at that time. And
expanding the field.
Yeah, a lot of different changes. I think hosting with the 3 countries is new, so that'll be interesting. I think that's a unique and cool idea. Obviously coming together with those countries. So yeah, I think overall it's going to be exciting.
So by that expansion, I guess let more opportunities for host cities to potentially be at the table, and we know that Boston and Gillette could be there. I mean, how big would this be for New England, for Boston to be a host city?
Yeah, I think it's a great location. Obviously the facilities and infrastructure is here, but I think the fan base as well, where there's a lot of young soccer players and fans, and it's only growing. So I think we'd be really fortunate if we had that opportunity to host.
So we're keeping an eye on Gillette because, as we know, the Crafts have been eyeing that facility. But it sounds like from the press conference today up at Gillette that they're doubling down. They're going to commit for 2026 to being there and upgrading the facilities.
Yeah, I think it's, again, I don't know, again, all the ins and outs, but I think they're able to host a game there with some modifications to the field, with the surface, with the playing surface. So I think it's a great place to host games and real exciting. And obviously a big stadium where you can fill a lot of fans in there as well. So
and you're heading up to the stadium today, doing a little recruiting.
Yeah, trying to get out of here, so keeping it short and sweet.
Well, give us a little insight as we have you in here in the studio, Coach. Give us the primer for the 2018 PC men's season.
We'll wait and see. We'll get through the World Cup, and all the guys will be watching that. We actually have a lot of the guys come back second session in the summer to start with summer classes, and they'll be watching some of the games. So get through the summer, and then again we'll have quite a young group in the fall, and see how that meshes together.
And how exciting is that for the team to all be back and together? Do you catch the games with the kids? Is it just like a really fun event to be involved in from a team-based perspective?
Yeah, I think again just the World Cup I don't know if it's just because it's every 4 years, but there's so much excitement about it, and even the guys, the college level guys, they get into it and watching the game, so, and they should be as well, so it's a great way to obviously learn about the game.
We saw FIFA had a little troubles in recent years. Do you think those are behind them as an organization?
Again, not too much insight there, but hopefully, and I think this bidding process was one that seemed to be more open and transparent, and again, I think the 3 countries hosting here, it's a great opportunity, and again, great for all 3 countries.
Do you think that's kind of one of the big takeaways, having that public open bid process as behind the closed doors? Was that really saying a lot about changing the culture of FIFA?
I think so, yeah, and you hope that it is done in a fair and diligent way, so I think if that's the way it was done, then we're happy for that.
And so last time I was here in 1994, we're looking at 2026. As the game progresses, the game advances, have there been a lot of changes? Is it a media world change of the attention, of the reach now in 2026 online? Last time, 1994, there was none of this.
Yeah.
Does this just really open it up for more viewers, more media, more money
Yeah, I would hope so, and I think even in the '94 World Cup, that was a huge spectacle. I remember I was actually back in England at the time, and just a great World Cup even then. So I think, many years ago, now how far things have come and the direction they're going, it could be massive.
What are you looking for in Russia?
England to advance out of their group, and then we'll go from there.
So you're here, you're focused on PC. Do you have some expat Englanders with you over here to keep tabs with?
Yeah, there's quite a few in the coaching world, and then we have one current player, an English guy, so we'll stick together. We have multiple nations represented on our team, so it's always fun as well.
So Russia, this current cycle 2022, Qatar. What's the thoughts on that? Clearly a whole different dynamic than a Russia that's obviously 4 years away still. Heat going to be a factor?
I would think so. I think the intentions are some AC might be used in the stadiums, which would be interesting.
AC?
Yeah.
Has that happened in a World Cup before?
I don't know.
Like it was like roof. Is it going to be in a dome? Is it going to be enclosed?
Yeah, some indoor stadiums. I'm not really sure. Again, I think they're working hard to get the infrastructure right and the stadiums built.
Have you ever played in an air-conditioned stadium?
It feels like it sometimes, right? It's,
in these New England falls, winters.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be interesting. But I think any World Cup, I think it's an opportunity for people to experience a different country and culture, and I think that's important as well.
Okay, so not surprised by the announcement today, are you?
Yeah, it's happily surprised and really excited.
Has there been some communications amongst players on the team, people kind of talking, saying, we're really all excited about this?
Yeah, we had a couple of guys in today. So again, I think even the opportunity to potentially go to a World Cup and to be at a game. I remember the first time they hosted. I remember my brother-in-law was talking about how he was watching Maradona and Batistuta, and just the opportunity to see whoever the next superstars are. To see them firsthand and in a competitive environment like the World Cup is just a great opportunity.
Well, we're keeping our eyes again to see if Boston is going to be one of those host cities on the short list. Just talking in the green room, Chicago not on the short list, kind of surprising.
Yeah, the hub of US soccer. Maybe it was too close. I don't know. But obviously some great facilities and stadiums, and I think that the country's set up that it could probably host tomorrow's World Cup if it needed to. But I'm sure they'll make some adjustments, and everything's going to be set up in a way to have a great World Cup.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing it. We're looking forward to following the PC men's soccer team in the fall season. But Coach, I appreciate your taking the time to come in. I know you've got players to go recruit.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Craig Stewart, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Take care.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here in the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center with our next guest.